Welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the extended monthly forecast general reading. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2018. So I hope that you enjoyed last month's extended forecast in addition to the mid-month check-in. You can look forward to a mid-month check-in in April as well. It's quite brief as opposed to this one, which is going to look in detail at any messages for you. Whatever is most pressing in your life right now is what I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to. And of course, I hope that you find them helpful and healing. So we're looking for messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for April 2018. Messages for Aquarius for April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Looking for messages for Aquarius, April 2018. If you don't like the shuffling, feel free to scroll ahead to when you see the cards laid in the scroll bar. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Just waiting to get that little tingle in my arms or hands so I can stop shuffling here. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Shuffle a little bit longer. If we don't get close to that, I will split the deck shortly. So we're looking for messages for Aquarius for April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Messages for Aquarius, April 2018. Well, my dear Aquarius, I'm not getting that little sensation, so I am just going to contemplate on this for just a moment. Messages for Aquarius for April 2018. Here we go. All right, that was an interesting way to go about getting that feeling, but let's split the deck for you. Today's a 7-card spread, horseshoe spread. We'll look at what's going on in your world, what you can do about it. Bottom of the deck energy for you is the Hierophant. This is spiritual advancement. You could be in a position to assist somebody or yourself through trying times with a spiritual bent. This could have to do with contracts, particularly those in partnerships. Business partnerships especially, but you are the head of something here. So you're the head of the game, you're the head of the pack, you're spiritually advanced, which would be a major theme for you here. There could even be religious or, if not spiritual, there could be religious qualities going on here. That you're made aware of, and this is an environment that you feel comfortable working in. It's really important here to be aware that you are either involved in or in contact with something that is a spiritual advancement, I guess is the only way I can frame that. There is another element here that I can see which has to do with discipline. Would be another major component here. This is a major arcana, by the way. And the 5 is to the pentacle or pentagram. So we're dealing with the basics, okay? The physical basics and having mastery over these within the material world. This is something that you can manifest or play out in the material world primarily through practice as opposed to aka discipline, as opposed to, you know, wishing and believing and that type of thing. This is something that you have actualized here. So let's get into your spread. We have the past, we have the present, hidden influences. This is you down here. This is the influence of others, what you should do, and then your final outcome. Interesting. You have a lot of major arcana cards in your reading this month. You have 1, 2, 3. I thought there were more. So you actually have 3 major arcana. Anytime we're dealing with major arcana energy, this is energy that is inescapable. It just is, and we have to work within it or deal with it or try to get around it somehow. It's not something that you can maneuver or manipulate as in the other areas that you possibly can, and it's not slow moving necessarily energy. And it's basically major arcana is saying that it's energy that is there, it is available for you. Whether or not you use it, it's just incredibly potent energy. So with your past, we have the 6 of water. This is nostalgia. But the caveat here with the 6 of water is really looking back on something that didn't really exist anyway, or there was always troubled water, or there was a fuzziness in a relationship, again, of any kind. As a general reading, you're going to have to apply this in a meaningful way for yourself. But definitely in your recent past here, there's a nostalgia over something that either didn't exist in the first place, it could have been a fantasy world, because we're dealing with our emotions here and how we feel, right? It doesn't mean it's wrong, it just means that maybe it didn't even exist in the first place, or maybe it wasn't reciprocal. 6s are about equilibrium, so it's almost like the memory of it or the nostalgia might be sweeter than what actually happened. So that is in your recent past here. In the present is the Chariot. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Sagittarius. This card rules both of those signs. I would say there's some psychic energy going on here, but ultimately this is a victorious card. So your present state of being is suggesting a great victory here. As I mentioned just a moment ago, we do have this 6. Is there another 6 here? No, there is a 2 though. There could be a great deal. There is the 1 and the 5, the 6 here. So balance, relationships of any kind, even with yourself. And then the 2 horses here, okay? The light and the dark, left and right, up and down, the past and the present, etc. Okay, and you're right in the middle, and you know the difference. And I don't see there's a clinging here necessarily. Like it's not like a disappointment or a clinging. Say like a 4 or 5. There's this sort of maybe even appreciation or an understanding here. And then going through with something anyway. You know, following through with something anyway. Believing in your own gifts would be a way, or your own talents, your own experiences. Believing in yourself, essentially, is presently what's going on for you. Aquarius, we have the Chariot, and of course that is just sheer victory. Whether anyone on your outside circle sees this and validates that for you or not, that means nothing to you. The fact is that you're coming through strong and coming through powerfully here, very victorious. In the hidden influences is the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Earth. We have the Page and the Ace. The Ace is sitting in the influence of others. So you're being influenced very much by a great opportunity. In the Page, this is a youthful opportunity to begin something here in the realm of the 5 senses, a practical beginning, okay? A youthful emergence around a practicality here. This is an hidden influence. So this is something that you're not necessarily aware of, that you have either begun or has begun because of this great energy here, that you are, that something's being brought to light in a very practical sense here. You could be dealing with, if this is a person, this is a younger person than you, and it's someone who would be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, and they, as a hidden influence, they could be brought to light. This could have to do with this person. This nostalgia could have to do with this younger person here, who is very practical, and you could be influenced in a subconscious manner by this individual, or by the energy that individual provides. And of course, the Page of Earth energy is really someone who is going to move rather slow, but very practically. If it is not an individual, it will be practical plans, sort of the beginning, the groundwork, the foundation, if you will, of putting a plan into action. Again, something very practical here, but the beginning stages of something for you in April, Aquarius. In the card representing you is the Two of Fire. This is really just looking for where you belong. I mean, this is actually quite beautiful. Putting a plan in action here, youthful energy in a practical sense here, and then really realizing for yourself the whole world is before you. The whole world awaits, right? And you have this like enormous talent and gift and propensity and aptitude, and again, I would say, if not dedication, like a discipline here, that's going to, and because this is new, you can carry out this habit of discipline, etc., and put it into practice here in what you see for your future. So this could be very exciting for you. We're dealing with fire energy as well, so it's something that is action orientated. This is no longer just an idea. You're bringing it, you're giving it life. You're putting it into practice. Here with the Ace of Pentacles, this is the influence of others. Again, so we're dealing with hidden and the influences of others in a practical sense. This is really beautiful, especially with the King of Pentacles following this, which is what you should do. The Ace of Earth is sort of a divine gift. It's a divine beginning. And again, it's so beautiful to see here with the Page and then the 2 and then the 1. This is all, it's almost like the seed just split. The seed just opened. Something is probably very exciting at this point, but again, it's just beginning. This is an opportunity, okay? This is an opportunity in a very practical sense that you could very well be providing for yourself. Again, as an underlying energy for your whole spread right now, and you're feeling pretty victorious, I just don't see anything getting in your way, and you can feel this sort of divine opportunity here for you. It could even be a calling, a divine calling for you, with regard to the influence of others, but a great stability, okay? It's energy is built and prefaced upon stability here. So just beautiful to see for you, Aquarius. We have the King of Earth in the what you should do position. This is really just the pinnacle of actualization. It's the pinnacle of this practical energy. You have so much wisdom here and wealth, even however you describe that, whatever wealth means to you, that you can offer to others. You can, this is very successful. This is also quite mature energy. This could be, if this is a person in your environment, this is a man or woman who is over 30, quite mature, either has Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in the first 5 planets of their chart, or that type of energy. So it's very practical energy, stable energy. This is someone who is interested in being practically helpful. I mean, again, I'm not too surprised to see this in what you should do, because you would be listening to your higher self here. So you have a lot to offer in a practical sense. and in a very real, tangible sense here. This card does represent a reliable leader as well. And how gorgeous to see that as a reliable leader here. Yeah, the number one top way to do that and to feel victorious and to feel as though you're moving into something practically new for yourself, that you're probably putting this energy that you've learned through these habits and discipline, and now you want to bring it out, okay? Now you want it, there's almost like this, I want you to see it, okay? Even if it's esoteric, or even if it's in the realm of the occult, or again, spiritual practice here. You kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna show you, okay? And you're divinely guided here. Like this is a practical inspiration here for you. So, you know, really lovely to see here. I think you have a lot to offer. There's no swords in your reading. Otherwise, I would say maybe this has to do with a writing project, or, you know, a report of some sort, that type of thing. And I'm not saying it can't have to do with that, but there are a great deal of pentacles here, so it has to do with something that's, you know, physical. So if it's not typing it out, you could be drawing, you could be writing, you could be singing, or even just talking at this point. Whatever is sort of felt and relatable in the five senses here. And then, of course, here's your good old temptation. Here's the devil card and your final outcome. I really think at this point, because we're dealing with, you know, highly spiritual matters, and, you know, you're in the process of doing something here that has to do with a great deal of discipline. I just think that in this regard, in this position as this card, I'm just going to suggest that this is going to equate to ego or an imbalance, okay? So just any area that you could become imbalanced in this month, Aquarius, I would just look for the temptation, for example. To tell other people what to do would be the most obvious thing here. I mean, you don't want to come across as a know-it-all necessarily. You don't want to, I wouldn't go about maybe seeking people to teach, seeking people for really anything right now. I think, you know, once your message is out there and once you really understand who you are and what you have to offer and how it's provided for you here, I think this is going to be weakened, right? Your ego, I think you're going to use your ego here, and be aware of this, because it is egoic. And it's not contemplative. This is animalistic, right? So just be aware here that you're not driven down to, I would say, you know, lower vibration, always being right, not listening to others, or even a sense of imbalance, as I was saying. So we are dealing with a 6. We do have another 6 here. And then, of course, we're dealing with a 2 over here. 6s and 2s are indicative of partnerships of any kind, okay? 2s are soul partnerships, and 6s are balance and equanimity in any relationship setting. So just be aware here that there might be an imbalance. And again, this might have nothing to do with the other person or other people or the project. It could have to do with a balance around how you spend your time, right? Especially if you want to accomplish something here. And if you're driven to do something here, and you have a vision here, you know, it might be like your spiritual practice is managed, okay, you've got it, you're confident there, but like the manifesting energy isn't, look how low it is, right? Young, look how young it is. So it's almost like it would be a really nice time this month to practice discipline around how you plan to, I'm just looking for one card today, how you plan to actualize these ideas that you feel so victorious and secure, spiritually adept at here. It could just be that, you know, you're being asked here to say, look, you've overcome temptation in other areas, specifically spiritual practice here, and you've accomplished it. You've come out on top. You're victorious. So listen, you already have the practice. You have the know-how. You know what it takes. So just apply that in a practical sense here for your project or for this theme around actualizing something that you need to bring to the public here, or that at least you need to show, okay? That you need to, that one's just sticking out, that you need to, again, I don't see you chasing anyone here, but that you want to make available, that here, you can see it when you're ready type thing. So just, you know, that's a new element of discipline for yourself this month. Here with the rabbit, we're looking at fear. The only way I'm going to read this here is with the temptation, and the temptation is going to include the what ifs, okay? Very much so. But remember, this is low vibration, this is high vibration. These are at odds with each other, okay? These are at odds. And I really do think the fear here is going to be the what ifs. It's going to be the nostalgia. And it's not becoming. It's just not becoming this month for you, Aquarius. So it's probably going to look very aggressive, or it's going to feel aggressive. So stay in the light, stay high vibrational, stay in your spiritual practice here with regard to your discipline. I can't say that enough right now. This is extremely important for you, especially in the face of some temptation around maybe falling back, not following through, not giving it all you got. I mean, like I said, this is very youthful energy. So playfulness here, really important for you to stay playful, really important for you to keep a sense of humor, right? Don't take yourself too seriously. Try to stay youthful. Stay on point. Remember where this energy comes from. Be grateful. Be gracious. Don't lord it over others. Wait for people to come to you. Don't seek others out, particularly if the point is to teach them or tell them something. It's not going to work out the way you want. Make sure whatever you're sharing with someone else has to do with them asking you. Unfinished symphony, absolutely. Something is begun here. You need to follow through with this. I do believe this is a divine calling, for lack of a better term, a divine opportunity, if nothing else. So really pay attention to this. Really fight these temptations here, okay? Make a practice of now doing that this month for you. And wedding, the situation involves marriage. This is very interesting. For my couples, especially if you're already married, you could be developing even a larger aspect of your relationship right now. You could be getting closer to this person. You could be attending a literal wedding with somebody right now. Or you could just be invited to a wedding right now if that's the case. But if you are coupled and already hitched, or if you're coupled and you consider yourself marriage, then I would suggest that the reading itself has to do with the relationship, okay? If you are single or looking, this is how you're going to be examining your partner or your dating prospects right now. So yeah, of course there would be a little bit of that involved, because you're like, what if it doesn't work out? But again, start small. Don't get ahead of yourself. Remember that you're victorious, but where you're headed and what your pet project is right now isn't necessarily victorious. So this is you. This is energy around you. This is what you should do about it. So, you know, just be stable right now. Have a lot of stability. Show a lot of faith in your work. And I think they will see you for who you really are, and vice versa. And you'll know if that person, and make them and yourself aware that you are serious, right? Very serious card here, very practical, down to earth, committed card here. So, you know, you don't want to lie about what you're looking for or seeking or want from someone else. So don't lie to yourself. Don't let anyone else do that. And then for creative projects, this is something that you want to commit to. You want to make a vow here, okay? Aquarius, there's an opportunity for a vow here. Very spiritual bond is taking place here with you and your creative output. So make sure that you stay true. Take that vow. Be very serious. Don't fall into temptation here. And follow through with what you have planned for yourself, your vision for yourself here, because it's quite beautiful, and you have a lot a lot to offer, Aquarius, okay? So don't give up on those dreams, don't give up on your intentions, and don't misuse your personal power and spiritual practice here, okay? Stay in the light here, and I think that April will turn out lovely for you. I'm really excited to hear what this project is of yours and where you see yourself in a couple of months. So that is your extended monthly forecast for April. I hope that you enjoyed it, and you can look forward to your mid-month check-in in a couple of weeks. Until then, take excellent care of yourself, Aquarius. Bye for now.